Namaste guys, today we're talking about the age of awakening, the age of information, the age of where we are actually expanding our consciousness to new levels. Okay, you see, we come into this world, we come into this simulation maybe because this world may be a simulation from my perspective. And the more that we actually awaken to our true nature, the more that we actually see this life as a dream, is the more that we can actually begin to create our own reality. Okay, so in the age of awakening, there are some individuals, and there are many individuals who are actually expanding their consciousness in such a beautiful way. Okay, and from my perspective, and my purpose is here as a light worker to actually share these messages with you guys in order for you to actually grasp on this perspective of awakening. Okay, you see, we have miraculous powers within our own bodies, we have infinite power within our own souls, and the more that we actually take care of these energies, the more that we actually embrace ourselves, and the more that we actually love ourselves, is the more that we will actually step into this beautiful opening of the senses, where we are actually now awakening to a new potential. Okay, so I realized that within my own journey is not easy. It really is not easy, and sometimes we find ourselves struggling. We find ourselves thinking that we are actually not being enough. But the more that you actually look at yourself honestly, and the more that you actually appreciate everything about yourself, you realize that you have the potential to actually expand your senses, which is so beautiful. Expanding your senses is so beautiful. Okay, so I realized that we as humans, we actually operate in a natural way, and the more that we actually come back to our natural source, our natural energy field, the more that we actually come back home into our pure nature, is the more that we actually awaken to the new potential of creating and building a new world. Okay, so I realized that we as individuals, we are very powerful, and we as individuals, we do have the power to actually build a new world. Okay, we have to realize that we have the power to actually build our own world. Okay, and the more that we are actually focused on peace, on love, on abundance, the more that we actually open the hearts of the lions, the hearts of the warriors of the light, is the more that we will actually step into our purpose, and is the more that we will actually begin to create a new world. You see, everything is energy, and I realize that the more that I actually take care of my own energy, the more that I actually allow myself to feel everything. Even a negative emotion is powerful if you actually allow yourself to feel it. Okay, so realize that there is a gift in everything, and the more that you actually see the opportunity of gratefulness in each area of your life, the more that you actually see the opportunity of expansion in each area of your life, is the more that you are actually awakening yourself to the true abundance that is within your soul, your heart, and your playing field. Okay, so realize, guys, that yes, everything that you have, or everything that you need, you already have it on inside of yourself. All you gotta do is actually embrace life and embrace yourself in such a way that you actually awaken yourself to your true potential. Okay, in the journey of becoming our best selves, we have to realize that it's not always easy. It's not always easy, but the more that we actually become super conscious and super aware, is the more that we will actually expand ourselves, and is the more that we will actually build the lives that we want. Okay, so from my perspective, the age of awakening is happening right here, right now, and it's super beautiful. The more that you actually reclaim back your power, the more that you actually open your senses, is the more that you will actually become your complete self. Okay, so realize that yes, the age of awakening is also the age of Aquarius. It is the age of information. It is where dark and evil things are actually falling apart, and it is where the light actually comes in order for us to actually win the game and actually create a new perspective on the world. So realize that we do actually need you as individuals. We do need you to actually step up and step into your full power and actually embrace life and actually create a loving based perspective, a loving based reality. It is where you are actually expanding yourself in such a way that you actually let everything flow into your life. Okay, so it is your job to actually take responsibility for how you feel, for who you are, and actually step into creating this new world, this new earth that everybody is actually talking about. Okay, we are creating, and we as light workers, we as peacemakers, we are actually building a new world, a world based on consciousness, a world based on authenticity, a world based on love, on peace, on abundance. Okay, so realize that you are the world, and the more that you are actually focusing on expressing your heart is the more that you are actually helping the world expand in this new age of awakening. Okay, this was today's motivational video. I hope that this lands into your heart, and realize that the more that you are actually expanding yourself is the more that you will actually help the world expand. So we need you. So trust it, and be your own guru, be your own master, and realize that you have the power to actually alchemize anything. I love you. Much peace, and see you on whatever is coming up next. Feel free to actually subscribe and actually leave me a comment. If you want to work with me, feel free to actually access the link that is in the description below. I love you guys. Much peace, and see you on what is coming up next. Ciao.